According to the Apple phone here, it's 6 degrees in Washington right now. It's a beautiful 33 degrees here in Sydney. But we're going to be heading over to you in the very near future, visiting you in Washington to explore behavioural economics and how you might be able to use some of the insights and applications of behavioural economics in your work.
We see ourselves as being rational, but in fact most of our decision making is not. And so, Kahneman and Tversky 30 years ago said maybe there are these two different decision making systems. What we now know is that in your brain there are two very distinct decision making systems that are running all the time.
And because your brain doesn't have the ability to focus on everything, it means that you use heuristics or rules of thumb to make decisions when you don't have enough context, because you may have missed it.
So the big new insight is that our brains are designed for us to jump to conclusions. And in doing so, we make mistakes, and we can also miss the potential that's there and available to us. Everybody has this machine inside their heads, and so this means that every decision that you make, every moment, every day, it has the potential to be influenced in this way.
And so understanding how the brain's working is one thing, but the question then is what do you do about it? And how do you then apply that to improving the way we work with each other?
So the interesting thing about applying behavioural economics to an organisational context is that it's very context specific. What I mean by that is that the environment that people find themselves in has a massive influence on the magnitude and the impact of cognitive bias to their behaviour.
Whether it be judgment, decision making, product development, performance management, all these areas and a whole lot of fundamental assumptions about what works and what doesn't. Behavioural economics has turned a lot of that on its head and actually given us a new logic.
So I'm going to be over in Washington with the team, so a group of 5 of us who've written this particular book looking at behavioural economics in business, and most importantly, how do you take this idea and apply it in a very practical way. And that's what we're going to be talking about with you in Washington next week.